Hey, what's up everyone? It's me, NerdKnight here, and we're back on the NHD Minecraft server. And we're right where we ended off our last episode. A random place in a random biome under the ground. Like I promised last episode, I got quite a bit of mining in, as you can see by the insane amount of open space we have here down at y=11. And I'm just going to show off all of the amazing materials we got. We got these rare rocks, we got all these ores, and I actually found a dungeon. I didn't get very lucky, but I got 2 nice music discs. We got a whole lot of stone, almost 6 double chests worth. It's absolutely insane. We also got some gravel and some dirt, and we'll need all that for our project today. Let's pack all this on up and head over to the mega base. We're over here at the mega base, and I'm standing right in front of where I want to be working today. I want to get this slope done and all the way over until that little pillager guy over there. He just spawned in. Wow, what are the odds? And I want to do a little bit more work with some texturing, as you can see right here. I've decided something I want in. I won't add the grass and the leaves just quite yet, but I'm looking forward to doing all of this. Gotta sleep first. Slip. I'm over here just placing a little bit of an outline for my mountain because it helps me visualize what I'm going to build if I have a general guideline of how steep or narrow or long I want something to be. And I just find this really helpful to do that along the side. After building all this up, I've come to a little conclusion about the general shape of this. It's a little bland. I mean, it's just a little curve out here with a few divots. So I think I need to add something unique right down the middle. Maybe a little divot or something. Because this right here is just looking a little bit too much of a giant egg to me. Just like the side of an egg. We've done a little bit of work on the roundness. We added this little divot right here in the center, and I think that helped it out a whole lot. It was just looking way too rounded out. It just needed something irregular that was more than 3 blocks, and I think that's helped out our outline 1,000 times. Well, that's all the terraforming I'm doing today. Thanks for tuning in. Did I get you? Nah, we got a lot of work to do. We gotta get this all stone worked up. We gotta get some slabs, a few stairs, and we gotta help out with our texturing on the other side and all of this new side. So we got a lot to do. Just to clarify on what we're terraforming, we're just doing this part that I've outlined right here all the way up to the top. I don't have plans to connect it to the water in this episode, but I do plan to do something with water this episode. And it'll go right through here. Enough talking though, let's get right into the stonework of this mega project. And we're back. So, just like you saw with the previous section in my first episode, I like working through terraforming in layers. I don't like going all the way down and all the way up. I like to do it methodically, usually up to down. And I've got this little brim on it. I decided to cut it a little bit short. I don't want to go quite all the way over there. But I think this adds a nice little roof onto it. It transitions down, and of course I want to curve it in to go into this section of it. I don't want normal terraforming. I want something difficult because I'm like that. So I think it looks pretty dang nice. Optifine, if you're listening to this video, please make it so that when you zoom in whenever you're flying, it opens up to the face, not the top of the head. I know it goes right where the third-person camera is, it just changes the FOV. But that'd just make it so much nicer to talk zoomed in, you know, so you're not just staring at my bald cut up here, you know. I think that'd be a big improvement to your zoom feature. Why do I think the creators of Optifine would look at this? I don't really think that, but in case anyone big actually sees this and shares it out on like Reddit or on their channel, I mean, that'd be a pretty nice quality of life change for us YouTubers. I caught myself procrastinating again. I'm just gonna get to work. It just started raining while I was working on this, and I am gonna say something very controversial. I love the rain in Minecraft now. I used to absolutely hate it because of all of the crazy noise it made and how much of the screen it took up. But I downloaded a texture pack that actually reduces how much the rain is. Like, you can barely see it. You can only really see whenever I'm in the snow. But I love how low profile it is, and I have my weather volume turned down. I didn't know how to do that when I was younger. And you can just fly around forever and super quickly. Now, if you run into something, you're kind of screwed. But I think it's really fun. If you ever have a Riptide Trident, you do not want to sleep through rain, because trust me, this is so addicting on so many levels. After a few hours of flying around in the rain, I finally got around to doing this flat part over here. You could tell by the rockets I've been flying for a little bit, and by my levels that I've been to the Ender. But I'm trying to transition into more flat sections so that we can curve it all the way down. That was the first section, curving it down. This is flat, it still has a little bit in, so that whenever I finally get around to curving it down into the ocean, it starts curving out a little bit, so it has a nice inward slope that I want to see inside of this build. For this next layer of the mountain, I want to curve it in a little bit. I want to keep it flat still. I don't want to really curve it super far in like it's sucking its lip in or anything. I just want to have a nice gentle curve at this part before it transitions into the curve down section to connect to the ocean. Amazing, amazing, oh mega. Look at it, guys. We finally got that stonework for the bottom half. We got it all the way across all the area we want. Hey, stop looking at my face. I told you to look at the terraforming. But look at that beautiful bottom line. It's starting to flatten out even more. Maybe a little bit of a curve outwards, which is going to be for the next layer. Right now it's just a flat line at the bottom, but that'll be in the future. Right now, we have bigger things to worry about than this bottom line. I may or may not have neglected a tiny detail about the texturing of this mountain. That tiny detail being the fact that it's just stone. Like, look behind me over here, it's literally just stone. All I've placed down is stone in a cool pattern that resembles the mountain that we're going to be building. I need to go through and place some slabs in. I need to add some stairs, some andesite, a bunch of stuff like that. And let's not forget this block we're standing on, along with some redstone ore. We got to add that diversifying element into our mountain. But to be quite frank, we've done a lot of this sort of thing this episode already. So I want to move on to something different, something entirely unique. And want to know what that's going to be? It's a very difficult project. You see, we have to place down water. That's it. If only it was that simple. What I want to work on with you guys is this waterfall right here. I remember saying in the last episode that I wanted a nice waterfall right here. And I intend to finish this facade of the mountain, this nice view from our base. I intend to finish that in this episode, minus all the greenery and stuff like that. But a major part of that is this waterfall, and that's what I want to work on right now. You know, water is probably one of my least favorite things to do in video games. And it's not because of Minecraft, it's not because it's difficult. It's because of a previous experience. And it's kind of ironic because in real life, if you have a pool, it's hard to get me out of it. The only thing that gets me out of it is food, because I also really love food, as you can probably tell by the sound of my voice. But in video games, water is much different to me. Water would be NerdKnight's kryptonite in this situation, because I had a very bad experience with a specific water level when I was little. I remember playing on the Nintendo Wii, and man, I loved that console, playing Super Mario Galaxy. I was very young at the time. And I was going through the levels like normal, and there was a certain beach level, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'd love to go to the beach someday. It left me scarred for life. I think it was a penguin that gave you the quest, but I remember you had to go under the water in the beach level and collect all of something. I think it was coins. I'll have to go back and check. I think you had to go and collect the coins in a certain amount of time so you could get the star for that planet. And I thought, oh, this will be cool, until it wasn't. this darn red monster just came out of the wall and jumped at me. And it didn't do much damage, but whenever it hit, I just screamed. I think I dropped the Wii remote and I ran. And I've been scarred against water levels for the rest of my life. Yeah, that's the main reason I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to water in video games. But leave a comment down below if you had any similar experiences like the one in 64, or maybe you had the same one as me. I have no clue. With how many tangents I've gone on in this video, I should just label it procrastination. But I'm just going to get to work. I'll see you then. Okay guys, I think I've discovered a nice size for it. I think this isn't too wide, and it has a little sink down from this side. Of course, I need to rise this section up, and I'm gonna. But currently, I think that's a pretty nice width for the waterfall. Yep, just a few minor tweaks to the waterfall, and I added in a background up here of stone, and I helped curve it out so that it actually matches with the waterfall. Now time to add some cool water effects and a little bit more water at the bottom so it doesn't just sink into nothing. Well, that's peaceful. Take a look at that. Falls down. I still gotta do something with some glass panes to make it look like it's falling down faster, not gentle like the normal water stream. And don't pay attention to the background of this because that's gonna change to something really cool. But I got a nice pool that has spillway all the way down. Now I haven't really worked on the spillway. I kind of just let it go down because, like I said, we don't have any of this stuff over here. So why would I work on forming this when I don't even have the mountain that's going to be next to it? So I'll work on the spillway more whenever I have the shape of the mountain down here. But I really like the look of this waterfall. I just got to add some nice little details in to make it look like it's going a lot faster. We've done it. Look at this, boys and girls. We got the nice waterfall. We got the gentle curve out. Now, if you focus on the cobwebs individually, it looks kind of bad, but that's not the focus of terraforming. Terraforming, you're trying to just look at the whole thing, and if you're not looking directly at it, it looks like a nice fog coming up from the water. I like it. The glass panes make it seem a little bit faster. It doesn't make it seem like rushing water too high or too fast, but I think it adds a nice touch. And I added this black concrete powder in the back so that we have a good backsplash. Now that isn't permanent, but I just wanted that for the visual effect of this video. So we've got a cool waterfall. We got a big mountain in the background. What do we gotta do? Oh yeah, texturing. I don't know about you guys, but something about texturing always leaves like a bit of dread over my head. I don't really enjoy it as much as I probably should. Now, stonework like this, I could place that for ages and ages, but it just doesn't look as good until you put some slabs in and you change the texture from just this solid gray stone. So we gotta go back and fix this bad boy up. If I was a good YouTuber, the thing I'd be doing now is getting on my spectator account and doing a third-person time-lapse of me texturing this mountain. But I'm not very affluent, so if you guys do enjoy the videos, please make sure to show your support, because if I get enough support, I'll probably end up buying that spectator account so I can give you guys some nice third-person time-lapses instead of constantly saying, oh, I've placed in this piece of stone. Guess what, guys? Another piece of stone. It's really appreciated. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you hate it, why don't not do it? Like, you can just choose not to. Well, I have a little bit higher standards than to just not do something I like, because I like the end product. Because look at this, guys. Look how absolutely amazing this looks. This was just solid stone, and then we added in some color and some slabbing, and I think that really helps round out the shape and make your eyes drift a little bit more instead of just saying flat stone. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Now time to copy it on the other side of the waterfall. I see why now I wanted to add in a contrast color. Look how much more popping this side of the base is. It just pops that extra more with the granite and redstone red contrast to the gray. It's so much better. It allows you to see the entire thing more instead of just kind of blending it all together, since it's similar textures and a similar color. I think it makes this area look even nicer as it blends into that waterfall, an area we've already done. Now let's take a look at this thing all the way around, because I haven't seen it all together yet. So we got this amazing area right there that ends off right there, flies on through, goes into this waterfall, and this waterfall is kind of the turning point of the build, where it really eases off that edge, and it blends so well. Oh my gosh, I love this texturing, and I love the progress that we've done on this mountain. But you see, we're not done just yet with this part of the mountain. Now, of course, this is all flat, so we'll have to do some elevation changes, but that actually isn't my plan right now. My plan is to make this waterfall look even more complete, because as cool as this texture looks, as good as the size of it looks, this is just some dirt on the ground with some stale water. So we need to add some terraining in this area through here, and I'll have to say goodbye to my good friends the sweet berries, and make it look like a complete biome pond that runs out into the ocean really well. As shown, I've had to get rid of my good friends with this diamond hoe right here, and I'm sorry to say it, but you must go. I hope you understand. Goodbye, little one. On a more positive note, though, guys, I've decided that I'm going to build a cute little biome in this small area right here. We don't have much space to work with. We can always push that back if we need a little bit more. But I plan on extending this water out through here and moving it over there and adding some short trees. It's kind of like a swampy area, but not really. Just kind of like a flooded forest looking thing with some nice overgrowth and some cool trees, and I'm looking forward to how this goes. I've done a little bit of resource gathering now, and I think we're ready to jump straight on into this biome. I have a general idea on what we want to build, but I haven't perfectly envisioned how I want to incorporate the water into it, so I look forward to seeing how this is going to progress along. Well, guys, as you can see, I haven't actually done that much. I've just added the water out here a little bit more. But you might notice something a little bit different with some of the blocks, and that's because I got a little bit sidetracked. Why do I have a helmet on? I got a little bit sidetracked, and I may or may not have totally changed my resource pack. Now, you're probably wondering, NerdKnight, why the heck would you do that? The other one looked perfectly fine, and, well, I don't really have a good explanation except for that I wanted a little bit of a change, and my friend told me that it changed, so I thought, why not update it? I've had it since the start of 1.16, and I really like this grass block change we have. I have that on all types of grass, as you can see from the path block. I think it makes my base actually look a lot greener and nicer. What do you guys think? Actually, no. Leave a comment down below if you like the old one or if you like the new one. I don't know how to set up a poll, but you could easily do that in the comments section, right? Sorry for the intermission. I just wanted to clarify before all you guys saying, oh, he's on a different world or something. What the heck is this block? I just wanted to address that before we continue. I proved my point yet again. Why, tridents, even though they probably don't have much of a practical use, are probably one of the most fun things to have on a Minecraft server. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. That is insane. I've never actually had one of those spawn anywhere near my base. That is absolutely amazing. We got ourselves a skeleton horse. Whoa, I'm a little close. How are you doing? Okay, guys, I've never tried taming one of these. Normally when I see them, they're far enough away, I'll just leave them be. Now, if I am correct, I'm gonna get jump scared, and I don't do very good with jump scares, guys. So, oh my gosh. Yep, I told you. Alright. Let's get him. Oh, dang, those hurt. Let's go. Let's get him. Oh, I'm a sniper. I'm a sniper, guys. Let's go. We got ourselves 3 skeleton horses. This is an epic gamer moment. TM. Let's make sure we don't put any of these guys to waste. I crafted up a few leashes because I don't know if these things could break. I don't really deal with animals too much in Minecraft. Most animals I deal with are impossible to deal with. So, yep, we got ourselves 3 cute friends right here that are they've probably seen some better days. I mean, they look skinny straight down to the bone. I mean, seriously. We need to give them a little bit of food to help them get a little bit of weight on, you know. Okay, let's check this out. I'm gonna see if I can tame this guy. And wait, what? Do I need? Oh, I still need to have the saddle to control him. But I did not know that you could just get on top of one of these guys. I thought you would have had to tame them. Oh wait, that actually makes sense. They were already tamed by the skeletons. You are a very smart horse. So I can't just let these guys just sit here all alone, tied to a post. Well, I guess this guy is Boat Cow, but Boat Cow is turning a little bit of a weird person. So I thought that I could name these guys, and based on my hotbar, you could probably tell what I'm about to do. So I've already selected the 3 names. I didn't show that, but I think these will be amazing. Now, this one, many of you guys might recognize. It's from a very popular game that I'm currently playing through with my younger brother, and I'm actually looking forward to see the end of it. It's a very fun game, and I really like this person, so I thought I'd name my horse after him. And then this guy kind of goes without stating why I'm naming him this. I just love this. I mean, look at him. He's just head in the dirt, feeding the sky. I just love this, and it's kind of a homage to Green's Dinnerbone back from season 6. I hope you guys watch Hermitcraft if you're watching me. If not, do, please. But this is Dinnerbone. He's a good pal. And then the most special one I kept for last. The final, and I would argue most important one, is my friend Agnar here. He will be my personal steed I will ride into battle. Look at this guy. Ooh, what's his jump like? Oh, dang, that's a high jump. I chose the right horse. I promise I didn't look at any of the other ones. Oh my gosh. This guy is insane. This is Agnar, NerdKnight's trusty steed. I came up with from the name from a D&D campaign I actually did where I had a horse named Agnar. And I really loved that campaign, so I thought, why not have my own fantasy horse name for Agnar? So, I hope you have a lot of fun here, buddy. I can't wait to send you on some adventures. If those lapsed clips will teach you anything about me, take away that I have the attention span of a literal 4-year-old. My entire plan for this ending part of the video was just to get some terraforming done to make that area over there look nice. And look, we got ourselves 3 new friends. We can't see the other one over there. But we got 3 new skeletal horse friends, and I've just been flying around like I've been goofing off a lot. Agnar, you need to hold me accountable. Whenever I'm not doing anything, just lay out a big neigh, and I'll be like, oh, I gotta work. It's done. Look at this nice little biome we got behind us, guys. I really like it. I like that unique form of tree that leaches off into the water, has its roots deep for that. We have some nice shrubbery around. We got some nice lily pads, so I can do some parkour when I'm brainstorming. I'm not very good at it with Elytra on, though. But I really like this little area. I think it's a nice calming area right before we get to that crazy area, and I tended to keep the lily pads and everything away from this raging waterfall because no kind of plant life would be near that. So I'm really proud of how this area pieced together. Now I kind of want to get an aerial view as well, and I think that fits in really nicely. The tree fits in nicely, the shrubbery. I honestly believe that it looks better from this angle, don't you guys think? Well, that's all I have for this video. If you guys really like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and maybe hit that bell if you want to see more content like this. And I've got to sign off, so I'll see you gamers in the next episode. Bye-bye.